barrels do ridiculous amounts of damage. His barrels are getting tuned up to a drop in about, I think, 10% less armor penetration. So yeah, there's a there's a reason people still play him and will continue to play him until that patch drops.
Not to mention the crit he gets on Parlay as well.
Yeah, the crit you get from Parlay, the on-hit effects that proc on your barrel, so you just get Static Shiv, Sheen, Infinity Edge. Honestly, anything with an on-hit or a crit effect, and you'll be doing tons of damage, no pun intended.
Tons of damage. Now, one thing we haven't mentioned is the jungle matchup. Elise versus Echo. I'm going to start off with Elise because I love Elise. I can't get enough of her. Her early game pressure is so strong because she has percent damage on Neurotoxin and on the Spider Bite. So yeah, she's got the 2 forms as well. So she has a way to throw the cocoon, lock down the enemy, close that gap in either form. So she has so many ways to gank your lane. She can come from pretty much any direction, and it's guaranteed to blow a summoner if not get a kill for the enemy laner. Plus her sustain in the jungle is super strong when she's in spider form.
So what you're saying is when she visits top lane, she's guaranteed to get a kill.
Absolutely, sir. And I don't know if we hear an echo in here or not, but I think there's a little jungler over there we haven't talked about yet.
Yeah, we haven't talked about Echo at all. I do like that you started talking about the Elise and the advantages of her early game. And Echo's another champion that, while he does have a good early game, it's nowhere near as good as Elise's.
Yeah, but Echo provides more zone control in the team fights due to parallel convergence and his time winder ability to completely block off certain pathways for the enemy team.
Yeah, and that pressure will just continue to increase. Like you said, the parallel convergence can kind of zone people off those choke points, and it'll really come to fruition around dragon fights and different objective fights.
Alright, we're about to load into the game pretty soon here. And for all those of you new to the stream, new to the community, we really want to give our thanks and deep appreciation for y'all trying to help make our dreams come true here. And we appreciate any kind of feedback y'all have, any kind of hype you can add to the community, the participation in the in-house games, and trying to get in on these tournaments and, well, give it your best shot. So we're going to go take a break for a moment while we load onto the Rift. See you in a few minutes.
Alright, welcome back to the House Party 5v5. We are starting here with another in-game on this lovely Tuesday night, and with me is Thunderdome.
Hey, what's up, Lackluster? I'm super excited for this game. Alright, we got new teams out on the Ricker, and by teams, it's random members from the community who wanted to play in these games tonight. We're streaming we're streaming this one, although we are hosting multiple ones. And these are just 5v5 custom games where players can get together and, well, play League of Legends, as you can see. And right now, Tristana looks like she's getting caught out. I'll get right back to that. Cocoon lands! Level 1, this could be first blood. She takes rocket jump over the wall. Not quite enough damage to take her down, though. A risky play, but B-New's gonna lose that lane pressure from taking the defensive skill first.
Yeah, she took cleanse instead of heal, so if Kalista had gotten one more auto on that, I think she may have been able to rent her to death.
Yeah, alrighty. So, back to the House Party 5v5 community. We got a bunch of players getting together. We all love to play League. We also host tournaments. We got a Premier League and a Minor League. Premier League's finals, the grand final, is this weekend. After that, a few weeks later, we'll be starting up the Minor League Season 2 and the Premier League Season 5 again. And we can have as many applicants for the Minor League. And those teams will go into a whittle-down style tournament. And if you win in the minor league, you get a chance for a relegation match against the lowest Premier League teams. And that's how you make it up to there. So our in-houses are a great way to get scouted out for these captains. You can get picked up onto a minor or Premier League team, however they want you, and you can make it. More power to you.
Yeah, and as we saw from that from the loading screen, we saw a couple of championship mastery rank 5s, so a bunch of people bringing their A game on champions they love to play.
Yeah, and that's always nice to see these pocket picks and how well people play them. Yeah, they're off meta, but if you play a pocket pick really well, it doesn't matter what the meta is, you're going to do pretty well on that champion. Let's see what they can do. Winner's Bite lands on Kalista, not too much follow-up because Thresh is playing the nice zoning game.
Yep, seeing not too much action here. Looks like Echo started Krugs and is clearing his red. Elise is actually finishing up her blue. Looks like she'll do Scuttle, okay. No invade planned anything. Looks like it'll be a passive couple first minutes of the game. Looks like Kalista hits level 2 bot.
Yeah, I was about to touch on that. A big strategy is to get level 2 first and go for an all-in fight, because the power differential between a level 1 and a level 2 is one of the largest in this game, and it's a great way to get that early pressure in lane to start snowballing your lead.
Especially with both supports taking Ignite, so they're both going for very aggressive early games, or at least laning phases. We should keep an eye on that Tristana's cleanse, because that's essentially a combat summoner down. Instead of having heal, she has that cleanse, and you know it's less reliable, especially in a lane like Thresh and Kalista. I'm not sure if you can cleanse her Rend, but you can definitely cleanse Thresh's Death Sentence.
Yeah, and that's a key lock-on spell that red team has. They pretty much have the pick potential between Thresh's Death Sentence, as you mentioned, and Elise's Cocoon. Other than that, they have to rely on Kennen, one of their main carries, getting in essentially melee range to proc multiple stuns on people.
And that's going to be the biggest game changer, at least in the early game, is this Elise. So we see her actually clearing her red buff right now. Garen doing a little checkaroo in the jungle. But she's the one that's going to be very dominant compared to Echo, as we touched upon with champion select.
It's so good going ham. He's got the Ignite down. Here's the damage. Oh, he gets the last auto attack as Malzahar flashes under turret, but the Shuriken was already in the air, and so good, picking up first blood just like last match.
And that's a flash down
there's a Thresh. He's gonna go down. The Ignite's on. Heal is popped, but heal is not enough. B-New's picking up a kill. They're still chasing Kalista, but that's a lot of Ren stacks in there. She was not able to pull the trigger before he rocket jumps away. She pulls it now, but she's fighting in the minion wave. Kennen's roaming down. He wants to make a little bit more gold before he goes back to base. Okay, LID, he's going back. Garen's getting ganked top, however, this is a 2v1. He's spinning to win, but the Cocoon is down. Percent health from Elise is brutal early on. Bags homie hero picking up the kill. Braum flashes in for the last auto attack on the stun, and it gets the kill. B-News, he's got... So good going in on Echo, forces the flash. One more auto attack. He gets it and
he
flashes
gets
out
it.
of the turret range.
I don't have any words to say about that. That was action in every single lane. Looks like Kennen got the first blood, waited in the brush for the jungler to show up, camped it, waited for him to recall, killed him. Meanwhile, we saw bot. We saw Thresh going down, and then shortly after, Kalista went in after the re-engage, forced her to flash away and burn both of her summoners and still died.
Yeah, that was just well played on blue side's bot lane, as well as top lane for red side, having that two-man gank. If you want to shut down Garen, you've got to do it early, otherwise you miss your window of opportunity, and he just becomes monstrosity.
Yeah, overall, that was a good trade for red side, though, because they did pick up, well, 3 kills overall to the 2 of blue. However, the 2 kills did go off to Tristana, so she's going to be able to melt those turrets down with that BF sword.
And Tristana is known for her late game hyper carry status, so if you need one person on blue team to be ahead, it's gotta be Tristana. I mean, Malzahar works too, but he's so single target damage oriented that it would be a little bit difficult. Spinning to win, Genghis going in on Bag's homie hero top lane here, in the true Garen fashion. Unbreakable shields out with no cocoon. Destiny lances on Echo. Kalista throwing spears and hopping to safety.
Alright, a little bit of swag of that championship mastery being thrown around by So Good. He's showing his prowess on this Echo pocket pit. Wants everyone to know it as well.
And one little mechanical thing I'd like to touch on that Genghis is doing well in top lane is when Gangplank throws down the barrel. Never mind, Elise is getting locked down, she's stunned up, she's suppressed, but Kennen comes slinking in to save the day. VK opposing.
Oh, he's still gonna get the kill.
The Malfic Vision's pass from the minion in lane! We did not see that coming.
Yeah, and just like that, one-on-one. Oh, there's an engage on bot. Looks like he gets the fight on. Tristana jumps in with her W and gets the full proc on.
Is the explosion gonna get him?
Oh, she lived with like 20 HP, but still, they get the push on. Now Kalista has to back, and they can just push the lane, and they can either choose to take it or just deny Kalista the CS in total. Tristana is up to 3 CS right now, and that's a fairly significant lead when you consider the 2 kills as well. So she's up a hefty amount of gold.
Especially the experience differential, because the Ganon 2 melees and 3 casters are being, yes, they're going to Thresh, but they're being denied to stuff. So Elise already setting up for a bottom lane roam right now to help her lane her out. Garen spinning again on Gangplank. At least he's got oranges to be slightly more okay, but I don't think he can cross that threshold into okay just yet.
Well, and Kennen's coming up the river for a gank. There's the setup.
Here he is. It's down. Garen's spinning on him. He's gonna get the execute. No, he can't get the execute. So good. Saving the... Oh, he does save the day. Yet again. He's some next level right there. Whew.
Alright, so this Kennen's doing work. He's 4-0 at 8 minutes into the game. However, that just does result in a 500 gold lead for the red team.
Winner's Bite's down on Kalista. There's only 2 procs on her. The Lantern's down, but it's way out of range. Oh, Tristana rocket jumps in, but that's Braum going down with the Ignite and the Rend. Kalista on the chase. That's 3. That's 4. That's 5. Here's Elise for the Spider to make 6. And the Rend is pulled a little bit early. Kennen going all in on Malzahar right now. Darkwater Pirate forced to use his flash. The immobility of Malzahar is at a detriment right now because Kennen is just so quick.
And also, what's great about the Kennen pick is people... Oh, looks like Marty died. And Elise goes in, takes turret aggro.
Going in, she's juggling turret aggro. Watch her pull the repel and drop the aggro. Now it's Kallista's turn. Oh no, she died. Echo got the kill. Okay.
Yeah, I think she died in the air to red buff, but now Kallista's in a horrible position, and she is about to... Yep, she got Demacia.
Alright, Genghis picking up the double buffs off that kill, and right now you can see Kennen is a villain at 4-0. Oh, I missed an opportunity though. When Elise, what goes up must come down.
There we go. Yeah, I think she died at a red buff in the air. I'm not quite sure,
red
but
buff,
either way, I love what happens.
I want to say Nope, it wasn't Ignite, it was just a red buff ticking, because Elise does take damage when she's in Repel, so if you have any kind of damage over time on her, it will affect her. Kennen going in on Malzahar, he's up by 4 kills, but he's locked down on the pool with the Suppress, but he's probably got the auto attack damage to finish it off. Darkwater Pirate, just a little bit more damage, it would have done it. He didn't drop the Ignite, although it arguably might not have been enough.
He was so close to getting that kill too. If he had landed his Q, the Call of the Void, I think it would have been enough, but Kennen, I think he surged past it and managed to dodge it. So that equalized it and left Kennen with another kill.
Yeah, right now I'm not even I'm, just so good on fire. And we got a dive or some kind of gank looking like it's transpiring top lane. However, Ekker's backing off right now after Elise grabs a Scuttler Crab, so they are well aware of where Echo is and are going to plan accordingly.
And despite the blue team being down by about, 1,500 gold, they do have really good wards for this bot lane. So I guess they're trying to really funnel their carry potential into this bot lane. Look, they have full vision of Elise coming,
man.
and she might be starting Dragon now, actually.
Yeah, that actually would be the smarter call, because all Kennen has to do is rotate in, and his AoE and that team fight that would happen at Dragon Pit is just going to be so crucial. He's 5 kills up and Ark has a full Rylai's Crystal Scepter finish. Ooh, Malzahar getting some poke down. Garen's going to keep the pressure up top lane, however Gangplank does have the global ultimate. He will be able to cannon barrage down. And they don't pull the trigger. Uh-oh, Malzahar getting caught out right now. However, Echo's here to help him out, but doesn't want to get caught in the slicing maelstrom, because that electricity has just fried Malzahar for the 4th time.
Yeah,
And
that Kennen is 6-0. That's ridiculous. One of the other champions that's just as good as Kennen at securing these mid-game fights is Rumble. They're kind of the two, key champions you think of. I mean, for goodness sakes, Rumble's ultimate is called the Equalizer. It's called that for a reason. Kennen's the other, way, especially with the recent buffs to his ult.
Speaking of Kennen? Sorry, I thought he was going in. My fault.
Oh, I did too, yeah. He's got that Rylai's. He's able to chase down even the likes of Garen, who has a Phage. He's able to just apply that permanent 40% slow over and over again.
And we got a bottom side turret probably going over to red team. Garen just spinning again and again, getting sped up every time one of those blades lands. Oh, he's catching Echo out. Coon's down. Spiderlings are out. He pops parallel convergence. He does a little bit of damage, but mostly for the heal to escape. However, Tristana's locked between Thresh and Callista. Oh, and Braum gets stunned up right here. There's a lot of stacks down. That Rend is going to be insane. Pull the trigger. Oh, she's getting ignited. There's the kill, but it might be too late. The Ignite's ticking. Here's Echo to help clean up the fight. But Elise is here. Is she going to flash for Tristana? She does, but it's not enough damage, and Echo gets stunned by the cocoon. She's in the bush. She's fighting, but it's not enough. B-News picking up another kill on Tristana. The hope is still alive for blue team.
Yeah, the dream is still real. I mean, this Tristana is, it's a bomb waiting to go off. I didn't do that intentionally, but now I get it.
Free and clear.
I'm very funny. But yeah, do you have anything to say about this top lane? I know you were trying to get in a word in about Garen mechanic a while ago, before all this action started.
So, his ability, the Decisive Strike, which silences, and also in auto attack cancels. So after Gangplank throws the barrel, if Garen waits that right amount of time for the initial tick to go off, as his auto attack is midair, it will take it down 2 ticks, and then the Q is an instant cancel and can clear the barrel before Gangplank can get a parlay off.
And that might be one of the reasons why he's slowly getting a CS advantage and pressure on this top turret. Oh, it looks like Kennen's going to go top to help alleviate that pressure. I can't tell if it's warded or not. Yeah, it's warded, so he should be fine with just hanging back and waiting it out.
Yeah, Garen's aware of it. Garen is also really hard to dive, but I think it's just more for the lane pressure. He wants to give Gangplank some breathing room, because he's miles ahead of Malzahar right now.
But Kennen has to be careful. Malzahar can push really hard in that mid lane, and take turrets fairly easily with that Void Link.
Oh, that's absolutely true. And now, Thresh is roaming around the side bush looking for Tristana. However, he is not aware that Echo is coming in. They don't have that pathway warded. Braum's going aggressive. The shield's out. Death Sentence lands. He's still too far away from Callista. Misses it. Cannon Barrage is down. He gets slain by the Ren stacks. 2 Ren kills down for Callista. This might be a third. He's chrono shifting out, but it might not be enough. The flash is down. He dodges the death sentence. Callista and Thresh just keep pushing.
That was a clean 3v2. That Callista is 7-3 now with a pre-15-minute Bloodthirster. I mean, even if she takes damage during these trades, she's able to keep pushing.
The Malzahar doing his best to keep Kennen at bay. Malfic Visions is doing some damage, but he's getting ganked. The Cocoon lands at max range. Elise repelling upwards, coming down with the smite. Kennen tanking the turret to the last little bit of his HP. Here comes Grom. The Thresh is there. Oh, he's basing. He's baiting out, slicing Maelstrom in 2 seconds. Has done enough to kill Grom with the Ignite. That is absurd.
Yeah, so good is going insane on this Kennen. Did you say he played Ahri last game as well?
Yeah, he was just as fed it this early on in the game.
So, I mean, there's someone to be looking out for. Another person that's been going off is, despite the early game, New Origins has been doing work on this Callista.
Yeah, also B News is playing pretty well for being behind.
That's true, and he had some well-deserved early kills. The double kill, or rather the 2 kills attributed to him early game, they were very well played. They waited out Callista's cooldowns, made her use the rend early, and
oh my
gosh, caught out here.
Gangplank just chunked half of Malzahar's health. He gets the speed buff, however Echo is jumping in. He's got the timeline out. He's already used phase dive. He doesn't have a way to catch up to this quick pirate.
He's long hair and don't care. He's pushing the second turret and just runs away from a 4-man gank.
Hey, that's okay. He's distracting the team. Look right now, they've got both carries and support pushing mid lane. There's no way for Blue to get this turret ended.
I think Tristana should keep pushing that wave bottom lane. She still hasn't gotten it, and she hasn't even looked for pink wards or anything like that you see in the river.
Yeah, but she also doesn't have any wards, so she'd be doing it blindly. Cocoon lands on Garen. He comes Elise. She's double buffed with Rune Blade. The slow is down from the blue smite. She's chasing him. Red buff is slowing him down. Garen is still doing a lot of damage, and he is one tanky guy. Cocoon lands. She's going in. Gets the kill off the Neurotoxin.
And Elise is another one of those champions that, man, this is just like a revolution of OP. She's another champion that's getting nerfed as well because of 2 damage.
It's not really that it's... Okay, I mean, yeah, Elise is kind of... I'm a little biased because I like playing her so much.
We already know that you're biased. You already went and said that you love Elise. So.
Oh, yeah, right. But, yeah, she's very good at taking a lead and keeping it. That's mainly what I was getting at.
That's true.
It's hard to get away from... Yeah. It's not necessary that her champion is automatically a win, although it's very useful getting one of those.
And I agree with you on that. I just feel more than her being OP, it was more of the shift in the pricing of all the AP items, as well as the build paths, really helped her kit.
One thing we haven't mentioned, though, is Sir Longball's on Echo. His positioning in terms of where he needs to be when the fight occurs, he's almost always at every fight. However, his team is so far behind, there's not much he can do. But he's always there to play defense for his team, and that's something to look for in a jungler. Just that kind of map awareness and recognition of what needs to be happening and when. It's key to building a team.
He has been on point. Despite being involved in only half of the kills, that's not necessarily a bad thing. Being involved in half the kills and only having, you know, 1/4 of your team's deaths, or actually way less, a 1/9. So that's actually pretty significant. It's speaking volumes for him, if anything.
Here comes Kennen going in on Malzahar, instant slicing Maelstrom. He didn't even stand a chance. Poor guy.
No, that Kennen is sitting on nearly 300 AP. That's just a ridiculous amount for 19 minutes.
Man, it's like playing a water type with thunder type, man. You're gonna lose. Okay, Echo getting parallel combined Virgin stun on because she's tanking the turret, but Elise is here to dish out some damage. BK opposing getting huge. Oh, and she repels Tristana's rocket jump to explode the barrel. Demacia. But here comes Genghis-Sean, and he's dropping some Demacia. Braum using the unbreakable shield and Glacial Frizzur to slow down the team, but he's only buying blue side a little bit of time. But this turret's gonna go down. Oh my gosh, so good. Flashes in, but a beautiful response from Benuz to deny him his 9th kill of the game.
Alright, and as it is, at nearly 20 minutes, they're sitting on a 2k gold advantage. They have 5 turrets, just 1 more tier 2 turret left to take, and that's in the bottom lane. And we see Gangplank pushing it already.
And Gangplank's doing a great job of keeping the side lanes pressured. He also has the global ultimate, so if his team needs it, he can quote-unquote be there for the fight, even though he's not physically present. Oh, and Echo's getting engaged on. Quista's chasing him down with the spears, but they realize the rest of blue side is here, and they don't want to take a 3v5, even though they're ahead.
Yeah, this is where it gets hard for this Echo, because despite how well he's doing, or how well he's not doing, whichever is the case, he has to be the tank for the team. So you see him building, looks like he'd be building Dead Man's Plate, Sunfire Cape. Well, here he is.
I'm going for Dead Man's Plate.
Yeah, that's what I'm
such a useful item right now.
But he has to tank all of the fed carries of the other team's fed carries. There we go. So that's going to reflect on his score compared to, say, Malzahar or someone that can stay relatively safe and choose whether or not to get in range of them.
One thing Echo thrives on is having multiple ways in which he can flank the other team or engage upon them to start a fight, and he needs to have walls to be jumping around, to be dashing through. But when they're forced to turtle in the base like this, there's only very limited ways Echo can get to the team. And because Red Team has been so on point with their warding, him finding a flank is going to be very, very hard to do.
Yeah, blue side's bot jungle is lit up like a Christmas tree, and that's not usually a good thing when it's the enemy team's wards.
Yeah, and blue team really needs to pick up the vision, which I know it's hard to do when you're behind, but you've got to invest in those wards. Genghis-Sean getting cut out right now. We'll get back to that strategy.
That's a good Rom ult.
Rom throws down the Glacier to save him. Fresh is landing in with Fate's Call. Unbreakable Shield is dishing out a lot of defense, but it's not enough. Folks just tearing through the team with the Ruan. That's a double kill. Triple kill for New Origins. This is the Quadra. Oh, Scumbag VK opposing takes it away. However, Benuz does get a retribution kill for the team, but that's a 5-for-1.
That's not a trade you want to get, even though they did fight in a choke point, which looked good initially for the Braum and the Glacial something like that. I think
Glacial Fissure.
Yeah, the Glacial Fissure. Even though it looked really good setup for them, the AoE from Kenneth was just too much, and they were able to get the reset off Callista's Ren stacks immediately. And even though she went down, she still did a ridiculous amount of damage with that Runance.
Yeah, Ruans plus the Slicing Maelstrom with Rylai's to keep them inside of the AoE. It's a wombo combo.
And it's unfortunate that the blue side doesn't have a chance to really scale. Even though Garen doesn't scale the best, he has been helped recently now that his ult does true damage. So that really did help.
Oh, his damage scale. Gotcha.
Oh yeah. The damage scale. And Malzahar's still good, you know? He can still one-shot you pretty much at any point in the game. And you know, Tristana, not much to be said about her. She's going to be amazing. Pretty much anytime post 25 minutes, you know, 20 minutes. And I'd be interested to see the damage graph, because I'm sure she's fairly high up there, even in regards to the other team.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you do look at the item distributions on each team, everyone on red side has at least 2 full items right now, and we're unfortunately going to have to count supports out of this. But red side has such an advantage over blue side right now that if blue is able to turtle out this Baron, they do have a chance to come back. But if red pushes that advantage, then there's very few options. Echo's phase diving in, he's got the time winder route. Gangplank's getting caught out. Sir Longball's trying to make for his team, and Genghis Khan gets to execute on Demacia. However, Akiresh has stepped out of position, and So Good is here to punish him. Glacial Fissure is out, but it's not quite enough. Red team slays the dragon on the other side of the map. VK opposing getting those cross-map objectives. Quista 2v1ing, but the stun's out. Can she get the kill? She does, but the explosion kills her. Benuz getting the retribution kill yet again. Unfortunately, at the cost of 2 members, so New Origins making it work 2-on-1.
Yeah, even though she died, she still got she still got a double kill on the 2 enemy carries, so that speaks volumes, and So Good is still pushing that top lane. The TP,
and look how much respect they're showing to him. They're afraid to attack him under their own turret. And Genghis-Sean has to run from Gangplank right now. However, Braum's here to help out. If only he had Demacia, he could have ended So Good's life. But the support and jungle duo, VK opposing and reported, pushing down bottom side. They've got the inhibitor.
Yeah, and I just don't know what blue side can do from this point. They've tried turtling, and like you said, So Good is able to dive them under turret and just command this huge space around him for that vengeful Maelstrom.
I mean, I don't even know what to say. They're just so far behind at this point. It's going to be very tough to come back. They're going to need a miracle play, honestly, when it comes down to it. There's just too many threats. Elise is doing tons of damage. Gangplank's doing damage, let alone Callista and Kennen.
And to be fair, their team is very hard to itemize versus if you look at it. Elise 1 AP, Kennen is AP. They both do massive, well, actually single target and AoE damage. Oh, looks like one gets knocked out.
Callista getting caught out. That's one stack down. That's two. That's three. That's four. She's locked up. The explosions on there. Genghis Sean kind of KSing with Demacia, but you got to do what you can at this point to get ahead. Just kidding. Love you, Sean.
But yeah, that's about what they can do. That's what their tactics have resorted to, is getting picks off from when the enemy team just kind of forgets that they're not able to 1v5.
I mean, that is one window into the game, but they're going to keep that up for honestly like 15 more minutes if they want to start getting on item level. Once you hit that threshold of 65, 70,000 gold for your team, that's when you're starting to get to full build, and your early game pressure you had is mostly coming from the map positioning as opposed to your itemization.
Yeah, they're just brute forcing this, and he gets popped out.
Cocoon lands on Braum. That might be the end of the muscly man's life. It's sad to see someone as good as his heart go down.
And just like that, they were able to just kind of muscle their way in there, take it, get a kill, and walk out. So, I mean, Callista has QSS. She's fine from Malzahar. Oh, there's the flash ult.
Oh, I think you're a second ahead of me. He gets Kennen locked down. He's popping the Zanyas. The bomb's gonna explode right after he gets back alive. And wow, not Callista. Callista 2 shots Tristana because she jumped in aggressively ahead of her team. Alright, Garen's going in. He's doing the 3v1 controversial strategy, but he's got to make something happen. They have to end this. This is their last outer turret and the last inhibitor they have for right now. It's gonna happen here. He flashes in, but he's gonna be stunned by the cocoon from Elise. Braum zoning off Gangplank and Callista to see if Echo can do some work on the backline, but they're forced to retreat yet again, and here's the incoming minion wave to the middle lane turret. Purple team probably gonna try to end it here. Good death sentence lands. The muscle man might be going down. That's a nice shield, but it's not enough tie behind. Gangplank's got 3. He's got 4 stacks. Double kill for Gangplank, but he gets taken out. Callista on the outside gets picked up. Canoes, double kill, I believe. Triple kill! Is this the Quadra? Oh my gosh, it gets stolen.
Close but no cigar. It gets given over to Darkwater Pirate, who is just as good with kills, but that's amazing. That's a 3 for 4, and they defend their base successfully despite losing an inhibitor, which isn't too bad of a trade.
They already had the other 2, you mean inhibitors down, but they almost have no towers and nothing left in their base. Here's so good. He's soloing the inhib. There's 3 members alive, but they're afraid to go near him. Now they're here. He's just gonna run away. The electrical surge taking him to safety.
And I mean the gold differential is closing. It's if I can do math right, it looks like it's about 15k now. So that's significant, but it was, I think, less than it was before. Their Nexus turret is still up. Their inhibitor will be responding soon. So, of all the times in the last 10 minutes that blue team has a chance, it would be now more than any time. Except for if red team goes for Baron.
Yeah, Baron's going to be very hard to deal with 2 waves of supers crashing into you. Like you said, inhibitors spawning soon, but there's absolutely no way they can contest this Baron fight.
Yeah, they can't even get inside their own, or leave their own base, let alone their own jungle, so they have no vision of what's going on, but I have a feeling they can.
Yeah, here's Tristana though, mid lane, trying to keep the game, the lane, a little bit pushed out to buy them just more precious seconds, because that's all they've got right now. No, that was not an Echo joke, but it is getting close to their time.
If I was all chatting you, I would give you a ... for that.
Yeah, dude, I should be reported for that one.
I think that is a reportable offense now, making bad puns.
Alright, man. Well, I'll have to get a smirk count. Not that my silver one is any good. Alright, Garen going in, getting pumped with slicing nail shove. Twista's throwing spears, hopping behind. The 3-man knockup from Fate's call. Double kill. Triple kill going over to New Origins, and he's chasing. He wants some more. Echo is going to have something else to say about this. Oh, and he time winds away. Death Sentence goes wide. The Rend is pulled, so it's slowed down. However, his team wants the Baroned up minions to finish the game. There's the third inhibitor. And here's the next.
The kill too.
Oh, nice. I guess that's a quadra right there. Unofficially, though, but well played.
And that's a Callista 18 and 7. That was very well played. Despite the early hiccup, she still came out and kind of actually ended up more fed than So Good, who had an astounding early game.
Yeah, I mean, the team